Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Happily Home Cooking. Today in the kitchen we are making our family's favorite soup ever, tortellini soup. This recipe is a favorite not only of our family but literally everyone I have ever shared this recipe with. I've had friends come back years later and tell me that they still make it, that it is their family's favorite as well. It is just an all-around crowd pleaser. My mom made this soup my whole life growing up, and she got the recipe from the grandmother of the family who lived next door when we were little. So this recipe has been passed down for generations, and I am happy to share it with all of you today. Along with the tortellini, this soup is loaded with Italian sausage and lots of great veggies including carrots, bell peppers, zucchini, tomatoes, and onions, all simmered in a savory tomatoey beef broth. My mom will say this is a great winter soup. I say it's a great anytime soup. If this soup is looking good to you, go ahead and hit that like button, leave us a comment, and before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to our channel and have those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of our family's favorite recipes. Now come on into the kitchen and let's get cooking. So I like to prep my veggies first. We'll start by chopping half of one large yellow onion. We're looking for about a cup or so of these onions. I'll transfer that to a bowl and set it aside. Next, we'll thinly slice about 1 cup of carrots. Depending on what size your carrots are, that might be 2 larger ones or 3 smaller to medium carrots. I'll give them a peel first. We have lots of furry ones at our house who love to eat those carrot peels. Yes, I saved some for you too. Goodness, we're going to start a carrot fight over here. All right, back into the kitchen. I've washed up. We are going to thinly slice these carrots. Next, we'll chop up about 2 cups of tomatoes. The original recipe calls for seeding and peeling the tomatoes, but to be honest, I never do that. That's one thing I have changed, and I've even been known to substitute a can of diced tomatoes on occasion. Now grab a big soup pot. I've got this over a medium-high heat, and I'm going to brown 1 pound of mild Italian sausage. You can buy your sausage in bulk like I have here, or if you find it in the casings, that's totally fine. Just remove it from the casings and you're ready to cook it. Grab yourself a utensil with a flat edge. That'll be the easiest way to break up this sausage as it begins to cook. We love Italian sausage in our house. It just goes great in so many different dishes. We use it in our lasagna. I'll put the link to that recipe in the description for you. I also use it in a delicious baked tortellini alfredo a lot of the times. We'll be doing a recipe video on that one very soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Also, leave me a comment. I am curious what else you like to add Italian sausage to. I always love getting new recipe ideas. Alright, so now that our sausage is all browned, I'm going to grab a plate or a bowl or whatever you have is fine. We will just remove our meat from our pot, and we're going to leave behind the drippings from our sausage. You can see there's just a tablespoon or 2 left that will be perfect for cooking down our onions. So into the pot our chopped onions go, along with about 2 cloves of garlic. I buy my garlic already minced in a jar, so I'm adding about a teaspoon of that. If you're using whole garlic cloves, my mom used to thinly slice the whole cloves of garlic. Either way works just fine. We'll give this a stir and we'll let this cook down a bit until those onions begin to soften and get some color. One of the great things about soup recipes is I've always found it's a great way to get kids to eat veggies. Even if they would usually pick out the onions or bell peppers or carrots out of things, they never pick them out of this. Alright, so once our onions have started to brown, we are going to add in some more of our ingredients. We'll start by adding in those carrots and tomatoes that we cut up. We will also add about 12 cups of water. Now we'll add in a can of tomato sauce. We'll return our cooked Italian sausage back to the pot. Add half a teaspoon each of dried basil and oregano. Two heaping tablespoons of beef bouillon or better than bouillon beef base. Or if you prefer, you could use beef broth rather than this and the water. Now I'm going to give this all a stir around. And then I'll realize that I forgot my parsley. That's okay though, we can add this in anytime. We will add in 1 tablespoon of our dried parsley. Okay, so now we'll stir that in one more time, and then at this point we're just going to let this soup simmer uncovered for about 30 minutes. While that's cooking, we can prep the rest of our veggies. We'll start by chopping up 1 green bell pepper. You could of course do this when you're chopping your other veggies at the very beginning of your prep, but I find it's more efficient use of my time sometimes to just do this while that soup is simmering. Then the last thing we'll need to cut up is our zucchini. We're looking for about 1.5 cups of zucchini. That'll be 2 smaller ones or maybe 1 larger one, and I'm just going to cut this into nice thick slices. So once our soup has been simmering that 30 minutes, we will go ahead and add in the rest of these veggies we've chopped up. We'll stir them in and let this continue simmering another 30 minutes or so. And now we can add our refrigerated tortellini. This is an 18-ounce package of cheese-filled tortellini. We like a lot of these in our soup, but you could use a smaller package if you wanted to. I usually find you can actually get a great price on your tortellinis when you buy them in a 2-pack. So with the other pack that came with these, I'll be doing that baked tortellini alfredo that I mentioned earlier. Stay tuned for that recipe soon. So we'll stir those in and we'll just let this continue cooking until those tortellinis are cooked through, about another 5 to 10 minutes. Once those tortellinis are cooked to the tenderness that you enjoy, your soup is ready to serve. Top it with some Parmesan cheese and get ready to make everyone at your dinner table happy campers. I so enjoyed sharing this long-time family favorite recipe of ours with you today. Thanks so much for coming into the kitchen and hanging out with me. If you enjoy this recipe, you can let us know by hitting the like button. And when you make it yourself, come back and let us know in the comments how you liked it. Until then, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure to click that bell so you receive notifications when we come out with new videos. I wish you a wonderful day and happy home cooking!